Welcome to Unblocking the Chain. My name is Jonathan, and I'm here to take you along my crypto and blockchain journey, just learning everything that I learned. I'm going to be sharing with you. First off, I wanted to let you know I am not a financial advisor. I'm sharing what I'm learning, so please make sure to do your own research and your own due diligence. So there's a couple different versions of Binance. There was originally just Binance, and now they have a US version. It has more regulations, but if you live outside of the United States, just get the regular Binance. This is Binance. It's the same thing as most of the other exchanges. You just have to hit the add payment. You hit the little guy in the bottom right corner that looks like a person, hit add payment. And then this one actually has a couple more options. Binance US has a few more options than the other exchanges that we've gone over. So you could use a debit card, which is not always common, but this one accepts it. So you just click that and you'd enter in your debit card information. There's usually fees that apply and it takes longer to get into your system. So I personally don't do that one, but it is there if that's all you have. But again, remember, you are going to lose some money through credit card processing fees and whatever other fees they're going to decide. So I haven't dove too deep into that, but I just know it does cost a little bit of money. So then I'm just going to skip to the bottom one. Basically, it says the domestic wire. That one, you actually have to wire the money. There's a process. You have to go to the bank. You have to get the information and all that stuff to wire the money. So that's one of the other ways. But the HCH or ACH, pardon me, it's Plaid. It's the same one that pretty much all the other exchanges are using. Plaid is a third party that links your bank account to your exchange. So I personally trust it. Again, I'm not an advisor, but I personally trust Plaid because I've used it not just on exchanges, I've used it all over the place. Once your account is linked, you click on USD and transfer the money. So you'd actually come to this page, which is, see this little square, and you could hit the deposit button. Say you have dollars and you're trying to transfer it from your bank account, you just hit US dollars. And so I have my credit union right there, and I could just punch the amount of money that I'm going to say. If I wanted it to be 100, I do that, preview deposit, and then it would transfer the money. And another thing, all of these exchanges, they let you transfer this money instantly. So if I hit this button, I'd have $100 in my Binance account right now that I would be able to just take that money and start trading it if I wanted to. But they usually have, I know Binance, I think it's 4 days. You have to wait until you're able to send the money out of the exchange. I have some Ethereum in here right now, but if I had dollars, it would show up right here as dollars. And then this part right here that looks like little bars, click that, and then I'm able to choose which pair I want to choose. So since I started with USD, let's say I wanted to get Bitcoin, I would just hit Bitcoin USD, and that's a Bitcoin USD pair. One of the things that I really like about Binance, even through the app, which is really cool that you're able to do this through the app, because any of the other ones that I've gone over, they don't let you do this through the app. Coinbase lets you do a little bit of stuff through their website, and Voyager is just a mobile site, and it doesn't give you a lot of these indicators. So I want to make an educated decision. So what I typically will do is I'll look at these. You have price, depth, and then this little symbol right here to the right, it looks like a little chart. Click that and it brings me to the chart. And then if you go to the top right corner, you could pick different types of signals. So some people like the moving average. You don't need to know all this stuff right now or what it means just to start. But the idea would be, I would look at this chart and I'd make educated guess. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to do, but this is what I would do. I would look at, I see that this candlestick went below this bottom Bollinger Band. So I knew that it was probably going to reverse. Again, I don't know that it's going to, but I believe that it's probably going to reverse. So it goes back up. And then if I know that, so I look at the price, I see that that's 41,200. That's much lower than the price is right now, 41,456. So if I said I wanted to buy, you could do it at market, which basically means it's the current price. But say I said, oh, it's at 41,000 is what I wanted to buy, say for instance. I could do a limit order and I could say, I want to buy at $41,000. And whatever the amount is, I'd put here in total. So say it was like, I want $100 worth of Bitcoin when it costs $41,000 for one Bitcoin. So I'm not going to get very much Bitcoin for that, but the point is you're looking at percentages. When it hits $41,000, then I'd buy. And then I'm hoping that the price is going to go up, and then maybe I have whatever fee that I'm going to have to pay when I send the crypto. Hopefully that little buying on that dip pays for whatever I have to pay. Then I just place the order, and then you're also able to do something called a stop limit. So I just bought at $41,000. Maybe I say $40,000, 800. If it hits $41,800, then it will trigger a stop, and then I could say 40,795. It would start selling at that price, $5 less. So that way it starts to fill that order. That's just in case there's a problem. This is a great way to make sure that you don't lose your money. It continues going down. You saw on this chart, there's a chance that that wouldn't have reversed. And if it didn't, then, you get out and then you try again, because you're not going to win them all. That's basically how you would buy on there. I would always do a limit order. I wouldn't do a market order unless you really need to, and just set the price that you want to buy at and how much, and then wait. And if it fills at that price, and if it doesn't, then just buy it at a different price unless you really need it at that price. Otherwise, just do a market and pay the higher fees. If you want to get started on Binance, there is a link to it in the description. At least for their mobile app, they have some of the best trading indicators out of the ones that I've tried, and they're able to easily transfer money from your bank account into the exchange, and then you could buy whatever currency is available on that exchange. If they don't have it on that exchange, buy one on Binance, and you could transfer it to whatever other exchange is out there that has the currency that you need. It's really not that hard. You just download the app, link your bank account, start the transfer, and remember, you're gonna have to wait a few days before you're actually able to send it once the money comes into your account. You could probably, even with these indicators that I'm showing up around here, you're probably able to do a little bit of day trading to make up some of those fees anyways. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'd love to know what you want me to go over. If you have any suggestions, I don't know what I don't know, so I need to know what to look into. So again, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. And if you want to check out the next video, check out one of these videos that's going to pop up on the screen. And take care. I will see you next time.